We have always heard much about time management. Like, time is money, time is everything. And I'm really so impressed and honored to come and tell you that time can be everything that you will wish it to be. And it will always begin with you. It is because of your giving in that will tell what to come over with time. And this is so essential, and it is so helping and good to hear that we are in it to do what? To discuss these avenues. So let us delve through these life hacks as life solutions, everyday secrets for success. We come in with episodes that will really help us to move through all the cohesions and ups and downs that really tame us down while perfecting in our daily tasks, our daily duties. So, before we go any further, I will tell you that time has got a numerous benefits, and it is not only about having improved productivity, but it also goes an extra mile of telling how stressed you will be or not, and even checking on your decision makings. It is time that will tell you to decide when and how. That as long as you have a question when, that is already time. It means when will that be? That is time. So time management really facilitates our decision makings by more than even a half. So as we understand that, we should also be in the hand of knowing that time management has got components. If you want to be a full good time manager, you have to first think of its components, and which rides from setting goals to task planning. You set goals, then there are mainly three components where you have setting goals, then having that prioritization, checking which one is more important. After checking which ones are important, then you go and also ask yourself which ones are urgent, which one can make a very big change if done fast. You get? I'm not allowing the question, the common statement of ours of doing fast things fast, but I'm trying to give you a clear picture. If you really place them in that way, you don't even ask yourself what comes first, because as long as you ask yourself which one is more urgent, that already answers which one comes first, because urgency comes with which one is nearer, which one has to be first touched out. Then you go on. After getting that, you do task planning. You get that task, you break into smaller pieces that can be managed at one time at a go. By giving them timing, you are planning, you are making task planning. You know this one. Yes, I was supposed to do ABCD, but in this ABCD I will begin with A, then come for B, then C last. You get it? So that is task planning. But where are we heading at? I'm trying to give a review background over what time management is all about. This is a very broad concept. If you want to go and analyze it in details, you can check in at all Inky platforms and grab yourself the Life Solutions Everyday Secrets for Success. That is our latest book that has been authored out and published. Yes. Then you can have your copy so that you can be able to do what? To check in and read from A up to Z how we have really crafted everything about time management. So before we go any further, let me welcome you once again. I know it's too much. It is too much sacrifice for one's time. Time. It is the only thing that tells who your friend is, who your what is. Cause if a person gives in his time to you, you know that he has sacrificed a lot. Time, it is the only last thing that can be sacrificed. If sacrificed, then you have to know it is very unique. There is a really big meaning behind that. So I am really glad for you who are checking in, who are really giving in all your endeavors to check in and get up to date. But also give us that love. For you have not subscribed, subscribe. You can share to your friends, you can share to everyone over all the platforms. And again, you can also hit that notification bell so that you can always be in touch for any update on all the Ink platforms. So let's delve through our today's episode by beginning from where it is supposed to begin, and we come to its end. So platform, the only platform where the beginners meet and discuss issues. Follow online for more. Welcome to the Ink platform, the only platform where the beginners meet and discuss issues. Follow online for more. We are really so enticed for your all efforts, so that we are also in to have all our crafted work extended to you, not in bad face, but in good face, not at any what can I call it, free rendered to you. What you have to give in is your small MBs, your internet. You check in, then after checking in, you also subscribe, you share to your friends, so that wisdom isn't like fire. If you don't have it, you do what? You can grab it from your neighbor. But as Ink platform, we have really given ourselves, and we can still tell you that we shall always be in touch to serve you with all what we can. And let's move straight to our today's episode. As already said, it is all about time management and how better we can effectively manage our time without house and words. You get? So as the Ink platform, we shall discuss the core 7 strategies that are really so essential in having ourselves managing our time so effectively without any whereabouts. So as we still moving with this, let's check in for our first one. As earlier said, prioritizing, it is essential in everything. Prioritizing, knowing what is so urgent and what is so important. How would we address this? If you have specific tasks to work on, it can be in your lifetime, you have to tell which one do you need very faster. But before you know which one you need very faster, you should ask yourself, is it important? Do I really need it? Always confuse ourselves with our needs and wants. But by asking yourself what you really need and what you want, you'll come to know which one you need urgent and what is not urgent. If something is not important and you don't need it, it can be important, but you don't need it. You may want it, but a need is different. Something you can't live out with. That is a need. But if you can forego it and life can still continue and other things can proceed in their way of their nature, then you are good to go. That is not important. Or else that is not what you need, though it is important. Now, by that, I'll tell you that prioritizing, it is measured about the urgency or the importance, how important something is. Then that is what you take to be first. That's how you prioritize. Something more important and more urgent comes first, and the rest follows. Yes, that is it. That is our core strategy number 1. After marking that right, let's go for our second one. Our second one, we shall discuss about time blocking. I know you already filled up your ears have that noise of time blocking. What time blocking is. This is scheduling time. You block time for something. Scheduling time. Having schedules. You get it? From this time to this time I'm supposed to be this. So that you should frequently and efficiently switch from one activity to another one within your time frames. So this comes with making your to-do lists. Then after making to-do lists, and you also create reminders so that it should not be catched up. By the time they get in, you should be able to switch swiftly to another activity, so that you should not be in a deficit of time, having much time used on a particular other task, and it is meant for another task. By that, you are blocking time. You are trying to gather your time frames for particular tasks. And as we move to our number 3, I would like to remind you back to the key components, whereby we talked that they are majorly 3. Setting goals. After setting goals, you do what we call prioritization. After prioritizing, you come to what? Task planning. So these strategies are intended to respect or to work on those core components. These strategies attend to the core components of time management. They have to answer questions for time management. How to answer the components of time management. It's how you will have to do in these strategies. By making them perfect, by the end of them, you will be in hand of telling that you have already answered the core first components. So let's move to our component. Is it number 4? It is our component number 3. As I earlier said in number 2, you have to come in and create the to-do lists. What are you gonna do in the morning? You should always wake up as early enough. You write down, today I'm going to do ABCD. ABCD. And in the core planning of the day, you will come to tell yourself, which one do I have to do first? Which one is more important? Others will end up failing to do them because you have done something that is not urgent, something that is not even important. So by arranging the to-do lists, you'll be able to reallocate time behavior depending on how important something is and how urgent it is, so that at the end of the day you should not be in the deficit and telling yourself, I didn't attend to this, maybe I should have an extra mile, moving for that extra hours because of your poor planning is not good. You should move for extra hours to have something covered, something extra covered, but not because you delayed, because you failed. No. So you have to come with a to-do list. That is priority number 3 in our core strategies. We are still on our core 7 strategies for effective time management. Then as we move to our number 4, we'll talk about delegations. Delegations, people take it as a very big word, and for very big people who have made at a certain juncture of success. But it is not like that. Delegating, if you know that something can be done, someone can help you to do something, and it may not really cost you that much, you should take advantage of that, then delegate. That's how, if you go back to our previous episodes, that's how we talked at working 48 hours in a day. Working 48 hours in a day, that's how you do it. You delegate someone to do for you a particular work, that is extra works done, and remember you are also doing another task. You get it? So you have to delegate. And not only when someone can really help you out in something, you should delegate, but always if something is not that much important, or if it is not that urgent, not urgent but important, things that are important, we don't need to delegate. Maybe if you feel like even if you delegate, it will not affect your core plans, but always things that are important, is always good to be touched by yourself, to come in touch with them by yourself personally. But if something is not important and it is urgent, you can delegate. You have other things to do, something is not important but it is urgent. If you got someone to help you out, you can delegate. Let that someone help you do that. You delegate. And that is majorly when something is urgent but not important. I understand if it is important and it's urgent, it must have already been to your to-do list. But since it is nowhere, it means that it is not important, though it is urgent. So you can delegate. You see how we are coming in, and I think you are already getting a picture of how things must be done. You get it? So let's move to our next core strategy, of which is number 5, where we shall discuss much about multitasking. People tend to use this multitasking as should I say it as a very big word, as a very big improvement, that someone has now become a super what in his what is supposed to do. But what I can tell you, this is the very big mistake that we have always done. If you multitask, if you are not aware, at least you can pay me some evidence and you can really tell that is true. We also always waste time while doing what we call multitasking. there is the way to create some room of distraction. By the time you are focusing, there is no focusing multitasking. By the time you are focusing, you are being distracted by another activity, and in so doing, you are wasting time. I will tell you, you will not be managing time there that you are doing multitasking. No. Something you can multitask when something can't do what affect this as a particular work. But if it is all tasks, which means you have to pay attention to the two, and that's what we call multitasking, doing more than one task at a go. And this is very dangerous. One, you can't perfection in anything. Two, you have a lot of distractions, so hence time taking, time consuming, and it will even ride your brain tired before even your perfect time. You know, we have got gauges of how long we can work. Our brains, they always get tired at different paces. So it is upon those paces that we build from to tell that I need to take this rest time after this long. So, but if you multitask, that time will also move faster. You'll get tired very fast, your head will get tired very fast, and you'll be wasting time. Even you will not even achieve what you intended to achieve. So we should be away from multitasking, so that we should not also be the culprits of the same. So let's discuss another strategy. Another strategy, and this is number 6, where I will urge you to also use time management tools. I've got a lot of time management tools on not social media, but on we have got them online. You can grab your app, time management apps, they are there. You feed in your tasks, you feed them in, you give them timing. They will really help you out. Because you know, we are not computerized, though we are the faster gadgets, but our levels of upgrade, they differ. You may not be having that timing in your head to tell that it is now this minutes that I have to do this, but if you have time management tools like reminders, they will really help you out. Even if you forget, they will remind you to do this, you get, and you will be good to go. So I think you can see where we are heading before we come to our number 7. These are manageable tools, accessible ones, without even your budget. You get? So you should also abide them into your lifestyle, and you can see how helping they can be to you. So let's move to our number last, as we call it a day. Our number last will be taking breaks. This thing is being foreseen, and people just lower it down, and they take it as time wasting, but they forget something. Taking breaks, it is an essential thing, and it can help you, refresh yourself, gain focus, and you can come and do things at a very fast pacing, and you can even focus very well and do things at a very high speed than even before. If you don't take breaks, you will get illusioned, and things will not go very good for you, because your body will not have that time to recharge. If you rest, you recharge, and you refocus on particular tasks that you are really heading on. Once you move all these 7 strategies, and you are able to implement them in your day-to-day life, understand you will no longer have the issues with time management and its core 3 components, of which you talked of having setting goals, then you prioritize, and you do also plan your tasks as you do them. So with that, I'm really so grateful. I'm really so glad for all of you have been tuned in. For our subscribers, those who have not subscribed, really show us that love. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you do not miss out on an episode. You can also share, comment. You can comment for anything that you really need to change, for anything that you really need to be touched on. You can comment in a comment section. We shall get back to you, and we are willing to give our best to you. Once again, I will come into the Ink platform, the only platform where the Guineans meet and discuss issues. Let's miss once again. I'm really glad. Thank you.